Hello everyone, this is Miss Roxann. Lately I've been getting a lot of requests asking me to cover the topic on helping a child deal with grief or loss. I know this is a topic that many of us regret having to discuss with the child, but life happens and many times we do have to discuss a loss. So today I'm going to give you 10 tips to help you deal with a child who's dealt with grief or loss. Tip number 1. Make sure you use developmentally appropriate words to help the child understand what has happened. Make sure you use simple words if they are younger, or words that you've shared with your family, and use those words to explain that they are dealing with the loss. Tip number 2. Make sure once you've told the child that their loved one has passed away, make sure that you listen to their response. Give them a chance to express themselves. Sometimes they might not say anything, but give them the opportunity and time by just listening to what they have to say. Tip number 3. Sometimes children don't like to talk. They might not want to talk about it, but they will express themselves during playtime, during art, or by journaling. So make sure you give the child the opportunity to express themselves in different ways. Tip number 4. Make sure you let the child understand how you feel about the situation as well. Let them know that it's normal for them to feel that way because you feel the same way. Tip number 5. Make sure you explain to the child any changes or any future plans that you have so that they are not worried. For example, if grandma's the one that usually pick them up after school, make sure that you have someone else there to pick them up so that way they're not having to experience that loss and trauma all over again. Tip number 6. Get creative with how you want to remember that person. You can create an artwork, you can create a photo album, or any type of memory book that you want to do to show that you are remembering that person. Tip number 7. Get the child involved in creating a memory book or creating something that they want to do. Maybe it's not creating a memory book. Maybe it's planting a tree. Anything that they want to do to show that they are involved in the process. Tip number 8. Let the child know that it's okay to be sad. It's normal for someone to be sad, feel lonely, or feel depressed when they've lost a loved one. Tip number 9. Make sure you explain to the child if there are any arrangements for funerals or memorial service. There might be even community events going on if that person has been very involved in the community. So make sure the child's aware that people in the community or family might be discussing the loved one. Tip number 10. Make sure you give your child time to heal. You might need to get them in contact with a counselor or a support group, a therapist to help them through the process, but make sure that you provide them whatever support that they need. If you haven't done so already, please take time out to like and subscribe to this channel. If there are any topics that you would like me to cover, please leave them in the comments. And I look forward to talking to you guys again. I'm Miss Roxann, and I'll talk to you again soon.